we're trying to be real proactive in getting everybody started and have everything lined up pretty quickly. I'll let the professionals handle that, but I don't see why you couldn't, but I could be wrong. I have been wrong a few times. Okay, whatever you think, you got good taste, especially in uncles. Hey guys, we're at our new house, Vestavia Drive. It is one that we're so excited about. It is on a street that I've always loved. It kind of overlooks the Homewood area near Birmingham. So our goal is to try to get this house turned into a $1 million+ house. We're gonna try to put it on the market somewhere between 1.4 and 1.5 million when it gets done. So you know, these older houses, they sometimes have just a real boxy little rooms in the layout. And you gotta be nice to the neighbors, wave at all the neighbors. So in these houses, like I was saying, the rooms are kind of small. So we had a challenge kind of trying to open up the kitchen, and the panel box was right where we needed to open up a wall. So we had to make a decision. Was it worth spending several $1,000s to rewire this house to move this panel box, because there really was no other way. So in a normal house, we would have worked around it, but in a house like this, you just have to not let those little obstacles get in the way and just spend the money and get it done right. So I'd love to show y'all, come look at it. Yeah, so I'd love to tell you kind of how we got this house. I actually bought the house next door to this house, and instead of maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and instead of remodeling that house, I ended up wholesaling it to a homeowner who was wanting to live on the street, because this is a desirable street. So in doing that, I became really good friends with that family, and we had already known each other from a previous mission trip we went on to Guatemala. So when he heard that this lady was moving to a kind of downsizing, he arranged a meeting with me and the seller. And I came over here and we kind of hit it off, and we offered her about what she was asking and bought it. The houses like this really get me excited. I like choosing, you know, all the custom finishes, the nicer tile, the nicer kitchens. Although we try to make every house nice, in a house like this, we can really make something happen spectacular. So a few obstacles we had at this house is trying to open up some rooms, because there were a lot of little rooms, especially in here. Like this area had 2 master baths.
There was an office in that corner.
An office.
A master closet, that weird shower.
So what we did basically is just gutted this area and just redid everything. Laid out what we needed was a large master shower. We needed a place to put a nice large vessel tub, a standalone tub. We needed a double vanity. We needed a water closet, which is a toilet room, right? And we needed 2 large closets, his and hers. So that's kind of what we came up with, and I think it's a perfect layout. Yeah, we did close up a couple windows, and it had 2 exterior doors going out to the deck. So we are trying to figure out where to put this window, right? Okay. Yeah, so, you know, you wouldn't, for safety, for nothing else, for safety, you wouldn't want anybody falling into that, because that would wake them up. Yeah. One reason this is such a big deal to move is because the service wire, which this is a 200 amp wire, is coming from where the meter box is, and there's really no way, there's not enough slack, and you can't use a junction box or something like that to tie the old and the new together to give it more length. So we're gonna have to run a new service wire. We're gonna put this electrical box, hopefully, right here, but where all these wires are cut, like, you know, we haven't found a way to stretch wire yet. So, you know, we're still trying to find that wire stretcher, but we haven't found one yet. But we're going to, where all these are cut off, where it's coming from, you can sometimes put a junction box like in the crawl space or in an attic. But again, in a house like this, no one's gonna want a junction box like that. So we've met with Lee, our electrician, and he's got a plan for it. So we're just relocating that to the pantry.
We're gonna have to take this service wire through the next bay, come down this wall, through the floor, and up that wall.
But did he say that? Well,
We can't cut through this header, and we're directly underneath.
You can cut through it right there, up over this wall.
What do you mean? We don't have to over here. But I mean, if we took it over to here, we'd have to cut through it. And I don't think they'll pass it if we cut through and shoot down.
Yeah, okay, so why can't you just cut through it like it is now and take it through there? You can cut through it if it's on top of a wall. I'll let the professionals handle that, but I don't see why you couldn't, but I could be wrong. I have been wrong a few times. Hey guys, do you want me to go over these lights now?
No, let's get the ceiling out.
Okay. Are we pulling all the ceiling out? You drop the whole ceiling.
The whole ceiling. See, if you see like Red Douglas Matthew,
Yeah.
blocks all down through everywhere. You can see them good right there.
Every one of them has been blocked.
Them blocks.
They went crazy with it.
So like a joist in a ceiling or on a floor, they'll block it sometimes with bracing, like you know, angled bracing, or they'll just put blocks in between so the joist won't kind of curl or roll or twist. So it'll kind of keep them from, because once they start twisting, you start having issues in your ceiling and in your floor. So just over time, they will start to twist. Wood will naturally. And so I think that's things you find in a nicer home too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in long spans like this.
Yes. So these joists are 2x10s. And the blocking right there in between the two is a 2x10. You know, if you want to start on this gable up here, we know we're doing that. Yeah. I'll see you, homie.